Hello and welcome to another TV Box Stop presentation. On today's video, I'll be doing the review of the new Z69 Max Amlogic S912 octa-core UHD Android 4K TV box. The Z69 Max falls into the category of high-end TV boxes, so I'll put it to the test and we'll see how well it performs. So stay tuned, because that's coming up next. So I'm back, and to get started, let's take a quick look at the package. The Z69 Max comes in this plain box with no specifications labeled anywhere on the outside, with the exception here where it says that it comes with 3GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. So without further ado, I'll unpack the contents inside. In the box, you have the device itself. You get this infrared remote control. Even though some of these remotes have improved on their performance and they work well to control some basic functions and the launcher. If you would like more advanced navigation features, a Bluetooth Air mouse or a mini touchpad keyboard is a better option. You get one HDMI cable, a 5V 2A universal DC power adapter, and a quick start user's guide. Let's take a look at the box. The housing is made of plastic, with the Z69 Max logo clearly displayed. To the back, you have one HDMI 2.0 port, one RJ45 Ethernet LAN port, you have one optical audio port, and a DC power input. To the side, you have two USB 2.0 ports, one of which is an OTG port. There's also a microSD TF card reader. There's nothing on the other side. To the front, you have an LED power light. And to the bottom, there are no ventilation holes and a reset button. So I'll now connect this box to my TV, and move on to the next segment. So we are at the first launch of the Z69 Max, and what you're seeing is the M-Box startup animation that takes a few seconds. Then you are taken to the launcher. The launcher is the same launcher seen in most M-Box models, and you also have the option to add shortcuts here at the bottom. One thing I am not pleased with is that this box doesn't come with a navigation bar or status bar for multitasking and easy navigation. In the apps section, the Z69 Max comes with some standard apps like the App Installer, Media Center, and Miracast. You have some social apps like Facebook, Skype and Twitter, and some movie streaming apps like YouTube, Netflix and Kodi. And to proceed, I'm going to install my usual set of apps for system information and benchmark results, and when I return I'll continue. So I'm back, and first let's see if the box is rooted. It shows that the box is rooted, running on Android 7.1.2 Nougat operating system. This is great news, as having root access grants you the freedom to download and install any app from the Google Play Store without restrictions. I'll now show its DRM information. Well, it's the same as usual. The Z69 Max only has support for Google Widevine and CENC ClearKey, which allows apps like Netflix to show up to 720p quality. However, it was said that the Netflix version found on the Aptoide App Store plays Netflix up to 1080p quality. I'll now show its system and hardware information. It shows that the manufacturer is Amlogic, and the model is the Z69 Max. Below it shows that it comes with 3GB of RAM, and the remainder of the 64GB of internal storage. The CPU is the Amlogic S912 octa-core 64-bit CPU, with a maximum clock range of 1.5 GHz. Below it also shows that the box has support for 32 and 64-bit ABIs, which allows it to run 64-bit applications. The display is powered by the ARM Mali T820 tri-core GPU, with a refresh rate of 60 Hz. The box has dual-band 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi support, and Wi-Fi Direct is supported. The version of Android is 7.1.2 Nougat, and it shows here again that the box is rooted. The box has an operating temperature range of between 50 to 70 degrees Celsius. It comes with the usual codecs needed for the playback of 4K videos, like H.264, HEVC and VP9 decoders. And that's it for system and hardware information. We now move on to the benchmarks. First I have the results of the memory read and write speeds. The Z69 Max has a RAM copy speed of 3700 MB per second. The internal storage has a read speed of 113 MB per second and a write speed of 106. And the SD card reader has a read speed of 16 MB per second and a write speed of 12. These speeds are nothing out of the ordinary for S912 TV boxes. Next, I have the results of the Wi-Fi speed test. The results show that on both the 2.4 and 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi bands, the needle hit the maximum speed of my internet package with every try. I now show the results of the new Antutu benchmark. The Z69 Max got an Antutu score of 52,427. Keep in mind that this score is based on the new version of the benchmark, so you can expect scores to be a little higher than the previous version. Next, I have the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark. The results show that the box got a score of 518 single-core, and 2169 multi-core. These scores are consistent with most S912 boxes in its class. The final benchmark is the Ice Storm Extreme GPU benchmark. After all tests were complete, the Z69 Max got a score of 4,399. This score is okay, but I've seen higher scores from other S912 TV boxes. Okay, so in recent times, the YouTube app version found on the Aptoide App Store, which is the Android TV version, is able to play YouTube videos in 4K quality. So I'll test both the version from the Google Play Store and the version found on the Aptoide Store. First, the Google Play Store version. And this is the Android TV version. As you can see, the Google Play Store version can only play up to 1080p quality, and the Android TV version can play videos in 4K. The only issue I have with the Android version is that it only responds to remote controls, and not mouse pointers. I'll now run some 4K video samples to see how this box plays different 4K video formats and frame rates. As you can see, I managed to get some of the 4K samples to play, but the box is slow to respond and videos take too long to start. 2 of the jellyfish videos had great difficulty playing, and I could only get the samples to play in the movie player application. For my final demonstration, I'll play a game which will test its 3D gaming performance. Keep in mind, this Z69 Max doesn't have the right permissions for key mapping applications to work, so I'll play a game that's compatible with gamepads. So the gameplay and handling was very good, and the graphics was of a high quality. So in summary, the T69 Max has some pros and cons. First, it's got some good hardware specs, and the benchmarks are within acceptable range. It has the highest internal storage capacity within its class, and it's a good streamer and handles 3D games quite well. On the flip side, it struggled quite a bit with the 4K video samples. It doesn't come with a navigation bar or status bar, it comes with a stock infrared remote, and it doesn't have the right permissions to use key mapping applications properly. So viewers, there you have it. This was a review of the Z69 Max Android TV box. If you're interested in this device, see the link in the description area for more information. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video if you found it informative, share it with your friends, and subscribe to this channel for more TV Box Stop videos.